Alright, yesterday I tried to record this video, but I felt it came off way too hostile and it really didn't get its point across very well, so let me try this again. I'm not a very big fan of shows like this Honey Boo Boo thing or these Dance Mom shows or any of these shows where it's basically an exploitinous group of morons living vicariously through the achievements of their children. I'm sure that I've summed up exactly why I don't like them very well in just that, but let me expand upon it. I don't like it just because it's a show based around that. It's that these people even exist in the first place. I find people like that to be very deplorable and sad because they were never able to accomplish anything that they were proud of in their own life. And thus they go through the process of actually bringing children into the world so that the achievements these children make are something that they can live through and make up for their own shortcomings with. It's very sad. And a lot of parents that might watch this video whose kids do these things, not all of you are bad. Your kid might actually be pretty talented in whatever it is you're putting them forth in. But once you start living through their trophies, living through their achievements, taking the pride they should be feeling away from them because of whatever stupid bullshit you want them to do, then you're a disgusting leech. You're leeching their childhood away from them, essentially. And this all stemmed from an episode of Dance Moms that my girlfriend and I had watched earlier yesterday. And in reality, this show is just a TV show. But it's just some of the things that the parents on that show really say, some of the things the teacher says, it just really bothers me. It's like, you're going to be a star. They keep pounding that into their head. You're going to be this. You're going to be that. How fucking much would you like it if you got pounded over the head like that? You're essentially stealing the one thing a kid really has, and that's their youth and their childhood, away from them, to give them something that really only an adult can appreciate, which is stupid competitive fame. And most kids don't want that. They want to be kids. And the fact that shows like this are on the Learning Channel bothers me because it's completely contradictory to what the channel's title is. Learning? What am I learning from this? Why is this on the Learning Channel? All I'm learning is that the majority of people who, one, enjoy television like this are pretty shallow themselves, and the majority of people who want to subjugate their kids to something this retarded are incredibly shallow and incapable of doing anything of merit. I'd rather be proud of my kid for becoming something like a doctor or an engineer, a politician who's not a corrupt motherfucker, something that the world could actually use, not something stupid like a pageant winner or a fucking dancer or something like that. Unless they were talented at it. If they were talented at dance, then yes, 100% back them, support them all the way. But I'm not going to be one of these parents to just, throw my kid into some insane three-ring circus and go, see, you're succeeding! Look at all the trophies you've given me! Ha ha ha! I'm not evil! Whatever. These people are nuts. They're completely garbage and they're nuts. Regardless, one of the things that really bugs me about TV shows like this in general is the Honey Boo Boo one. And I'm pretty sure it's the same reasons that everybody else is bothered. It's a dysfunctional group of people thinking they know anything about how to properly bring a kid up with. This child is subjected to probably one of the most heinous upbringings I've ever seen. These people are literally an embarrassment to whatever remains of human dignity. It's just crazy. They're a broken mess of people, basically, whose ugly child is a pageant kid. Basically, they go into beauty pageants for children. And the thing that I really have a big problem with about these beauty pageants is there's nothing beautiful about them at all. Some of these moronic moms will cover their kids in so much makeup that they'll make a 6-year-old dressed up to look like a 40-year-old hooker. Like, it's stupid. Look at how beautiful my kid is. Yeah, your kid's baby fat now looks like cellulite. That's really creepy. That's really gross. And the fact that you're okay with this, that they made, the mom on this show, God, I don't even know if that thing is human. And this is the reason why my previous video was hostile, because I really let my filter off and I really let the gates open and I got pretty mean. But, that mom is just unfucking real. Like, the Amazing Atheist said in the video that it's one of these people you don't want to fuck with. Why? I've been to the South. I would love fucking with people like that. What is that thing gonna do? Sit on me? They're stupid. They're about as intelligent as this Coke bottle cap. Actually, I think this thing might actually beat them at an SAT. I don't know. I mean, it's not like any of these people are going to be any members of Mensa anytime soon. But, it's just stupid how they sit there and they'll exploit the fact that they're basically giving some sort of advanced form of child abuse to their kid. They feed this poor girl soda like Red Bull and Mountain Dew so she stays awake during these fucking pageants. I mean, yeah, of course, that's not going to give your kid diabetes or anything. And I mean, essentially, these pageants, the way that they're displayed and the fact they make these kids look so objectified and so sexualized and they're just children is disgusting to me. It's like, haven't you ever been concerned that maybe some creepy serial killer pedo might target your kid at one of these things? That maybe this isn't the greatest thing in the world for your kid to be attached to? But of course, the one thing that I'm really waiting for later on about this whole stupid Honey Boo Boo thing is what this kid is going to turn into, either as a teenager or an adult. I mean, we already know. We already know just by watching it. It's like going to be the next Lindsay Lohan, pretty much. This kid has already fucked up, it's already been ruined, and now it's just time to watch the downward spiral, basically. Time to watch this kid be completely dysfunctional. As an adult, I bet the addiction will be probably heroin or coke, maybe pills, hillbilly heroin like fucking Oxycontin or something like that. But, as degradatory as that may sound, and as mean as that may sound, because I am talking about a kid here, the reality of it is, yeah, this kid has already been ruined. Already been ruined. She's never grown up with a childhood. She doesn't know what it means to be a kid. She's grown up with this bullshit idea that being a fucking rock star or whatever the hell, ideal she thinks that she's living is it. That's the be all end all of life. And when you imbue that into the mind of a child and you burn that psychology in, that's all they grow up with. And they grow up into an adult who's all fucked up, and then they're, oh, great, we get more fucked up people in the world. A lot of these shows, they really do screw with kids' heads in a negative way. And even though that in the end they might have a positive outcome where the kid has a good job as a dancer, or they have a good job at, I'm not talking like a stripper or anything like that. I'm talking about like working on Broadway or working in plays, or they work for being a high-paid fashion model. The thing is, you strip them of the one thing they only get once, and you've given them tons of insecurities. You've made them make up for all of your faults. And what do you have for it at the end? A stupid fucking trophy? A piece of metal or a piece of plastic that signifies what? How big of an asshole you were as a parent? I can't believe that this is the thing that really makes it on television. You got things like the History Channel doing stuff like this for whatever the fuck reason that this needs to be on the History Channel. Discovery does it. Obviously the Learning Channel, the channel that this is on, does it. So many of these fucking, even the Travel Channel has starting to get like dumb reality shows. I don't know if the people who run these channels realize we don't fucking give a shit about reality television. The people that were actually the demographic you were showing these shows to. We don't give a fuck about reality. We don't give a fuck about stupid petty competition. The reason we watched your channels was because they were informative. They were educational. We were actually entertained by intelligent television, basically. It's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like the thing that really pissed me off about G4. If you know what G4 is, it's a gaming channel that shows only 2 shows that have anything to do with gaming, and the rest of the time it shows Cops reruns and Campus PD reruns. And I got so friggin' sick and tired of this channel being a ginormous piece of shit that I actually had my cable company take it out of my list of channels. Not even kidding. See, back in the day, G4 used to be called ZD-TV, or Tech TV, if you remember that. And this channel was awesome. It had great gaming shows, great technology reviews, things like back when PDAs were popular and all that shit. Back in the day, it was a computers and technology-oriented channel. And I'm sure that people from the channel, like XDA developers and stuff like that, people like that, they'll know what I'm talking about. Because if you're a full-on nerd like me, you grew up on this shit. And when it became G4, I was disheartened very much because it turned into Spike TV for geeks. And then it just turned into Spike TV for extremely lazy motherfuckers. I mean, Spike TV sucks already as it is. But G4 is even worse because there's only like one part of the day where it shows anything worth watching. Hell, in the daytime, G4 plays like paid advertisements up until like noon. Like, what the fuck is that? Your channel is so scrambling for content that you got to run infomercials all the way until noon? Holy shit. But anyway, the thing that really irks me is that when corporate fucking people take over good television, all it does is make the station's content suffer. You know, they want this mindless content. They want this idiotic, insipid, stupid bullshit to fill your headspace, to fill your brain with this idea that, yes, this bastardization of something that was once intellectual, educational, informational. You know, I love Fact TV because you could actually learn how to fix simple things with your computers through shows like Call for Help or Screensavers or stuff like that. I want that back on television. You have no idea how many people it could help. It could fucking make tech support companies a little bit easier load of idiotic fuckers calling every single day. If people would just sit down, pay attention to a show like that, and then learn the simple things they could do to fix their computer are a lot easier than they think. You know, there were always people that would call into that show all the time that would thank the people on and be like, hey, man, you helped me fix my computer. Thank you for being there. And now what do they get? They get some stupid-ass jock who has no reason to even be in college at all because he's learning nothing and going nowhere, puking into the bushes and getting arrested. That's the content that replaced something people used to love. And, you know, there's a guy I'm actually subscribed to here on YouTube. I believe his name's Chris Perillo. He's, I forget his channel name, but I'll link it down below. He was on this channel, on that channel too, and I'm sure that he's probably just appalled, or he's probably just sad that, I mean, it's turned into this. I mean, you take all the time to build the sets, to hire the people, get the camera crews, get everybody in there to do these shows, and then what do you have to show for it after you get rid of all that and replace it? Nothing. Nothing. As far as I know, I don't even think Adam Sessler even works on G4 anymore, and if he does, geez, what the hell are you fucking doing? You know, you're better than that. You know, I grew up watching it back when it was GameSpot, man. Like, seriously. That's how old school I go. Very. You know. But bringing this whole thing back to whatever fucking topic I was originally talking about, television sucks. I wouldn't say that it's a byproduct of the devil because I think that Satan has a little bit more class than that. But I will say that I don't think that I'll ever be a fan of TV anytime soon, and that television shows like the ones that I've talked about, minus the cool things I said about Tech TV and stuff, but the other ones that I've talked about are deplorable. They're mentally degrading, and I think that they're a testament as to how fucking stupid people have gotten as of late, and they need to be taken off television. If anybody watching this really, 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 really has something, you know, to say that they actually enjoy stuff like Honey Boo Boo, that they actually enjoy stuff like basically watching a bunch of exploitinous parents take advantage of their kids, then tell me why you enjoy this stuff. Tell me in the comments section why you like this, because I'd actually really like to know. You know, and if you had, you know, you just want to comment for any other reason besides trolling, go ahead. Even though I've just totally invited it. Why the fuck did I say that? Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up because I think I've gone on long enough and I've run out of things to say. So I'm someguy827. Ooh. Boo-dee-dee-doo. Oh, wow.